You're watching The Edward Fowler Show. Now, here's your host, Edward Fowler.
And indeed, welcome to the show here on YouTube and on your favorite audio sites. We're joined tonight by a bare knuckle fighter. We've not featured a bare knuckle fighter for a while on the show, and I know we've been in discussion on and off for how many? Is it a couple of months? Would you say?
Say what?
Is it a couple of months since we've been in negotiations to get you on the show?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I apologize for the delaying of this to happen. So without further ado, please welcome to the show tonight, Maurice Morris. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me, man.
Absolutely. Well, apologies for the long delay in getting you on the show. I guess I had some other things going on, and I know I cancelled on you a couple of weeks ago because I was under the weather. That's why we didn't make it happen that time, and then I can't remember the other time, so I do apologise for that. But thank you so much for being very patient and your understanding and for making the time this afternoon where you are.
Yes, sir. I'm just glad you're feeling better, man. There's no problem at all.
Well, absolutely, yes, we there's a bit of a cold and a cough. I don't think people want to see that on YouTube, so I rather take a few days off, recover, get a bit more normal, and then I'll be back. And here we are on November the 9th, 2025 with Maurice Morris. And how is 2025 treating you this year? Hopefully you've not been under the weather, unlike myself.
Oh, 2025 been pretty good. It's just starting to get cold, so hopefully I can finish out the year still healthy as well.
Very good. That's what we like. And you've had some interesting opportunities in the world of, bare knuckle fighting this year, haven't you?
Yes, I had some great opportunities. Fought some of the best guys in the world this year, and prove that I'm one of the best guys in the world this year.
Yeah, and I guess, how did all that, come to friction? Did you have any say over some of these matchups you were put into, or were you just being given the opportunity to be like, hey, do you fancy facing so-and-so, and I guess you were like all for it?
Yes, I had say so on a level of competition I was gonna face, because coming into the game at 30, I'm 34 years old now, and bare knuckle is fairly new in the United States. So my mindset was, I want to fight the best guys. I want to fight the best in the world, and I was told take it easy. But my mind, I was like, I'm ready. I don't feel like any of these guys on my level.
Yeah. Well, you mean some of them, some of them fighting pictures you've been, for the promotional use, and you look very scary, and someone you would not want to get in. I guess the triangle as a sort of, type thing. So I mean that, you come across like a scary individual. Wow, here on this lovely interview, you're a completely different person than you would be on a fight night. So when you are preparing for the fight, when you get to the venue and you're getting prepared, what is your routine on the day of a fight?
There, the fight is mainly just recover, just rest and recover and prepare, and mentally prepare. I chill out with my family every fight. You always see me. I have 4 kids. I have my 4 kids with me, my wife, and relax and just good thoughts, because I know once I walk in that back room, it's a switch click in my head. I call it the kill switch.
Yes.
When that switch click and it's over, I'm a different person.
and I guess, where does that kill switch come from? When do you know when to switch it on and turn it back off again? Is there something just happens, or like, how did it come on and off?
With me, it's like when the nerves really hit me, because before a fight, I'm training for a fight. It's all fun. I love what I'm doing. I love training. I love the sport, period. So it's all fun, and I don't get nervous no matter who my opponent is. But once I walk into the back room and start to get my hands wrapped, the nerves click, stomach be everywhere, and when those nerves kick in, it's like fight or flight. It's like kill or be killed, and that's when the kill switch clicked on when them nerves hit.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And I guess as well, you mentioned about how the world of bare knuckle fighting in America is very new and very fresh. How did you come across bare knuckle fighting? Was it just something natural you came across, or were you, I guess, when you've been fighting other people, did they tell you about how I'm fighting in the bare knuckle world at this particular company called BKB? We could give them a shout out, of course. How did you come across it?
Yes, at the time I was training at this gym called Ox Fitness, owned by one of my former teammates, Joshua Oxidine. He was fighting the bare knuckle. By that time, he was on his second or third bare knuckle fight, and I was mainly fighting MMA. And they came to a city right next to me, and he was like, "I probably could get you on. You got a really good MMA record. They probably would give you a chance." So I was like, okay, I'll try this one fight, and if I like it, then I'll run with it. And I tried to fight against Harrison Aiken. I finished him in a minute and 25 seconds. And I was like, oh yeah, I love this sport. This sport was made for me.
And was it an easy transition from, MMA to, I guess, the bare knuckle world? Of course, in the BKB, for instance, you're in I guess, a triangle style ring compared to a normal cage, or in boxing, it's a square ring. So was that getting used to as well, or did you get to that straight away?
Yes, I got to it straight away. Like I'm a Carolina boy. I'm from the South in the United States. It's country down here. And as we were really young, when if you had a problem with one of the neighbors, their parents would go get the kids and we'd come outside and you go throw boxing gloves on and y'all just hash it out in the yard. So it was like going all the way back to my roots once I started fighting bare knuckle. It was like I said, it was like it was made for me. This is what felt like I was meant to do.
Yeah, like you've been put on earth to do this kind of sport, and be the most dominant, I guess, fighter there is, and you're on the right path of doing that, and we're liking the live interaction as well. Thank you so much for the emoji, the I guess the I don't know what you call this emoji, but that's somebody just dropped that in the live chat, so we appreciate that. And if you have any questions, leave them for my guest, and we will answer them here on the show as well. So there's no question off limits. Because I asked my guest beforehand if anything you can't discuss on the show, and he said, "Nope, we are open box." That's what we like on the show. But I mean, as well, tell me about, I guess, BKB, because it used to be called BYB, because then they merged with a company over here in the UK, and then they brought that name back to life. BKB is just doing phenomenal work at the moment. What is your take on BKB, and where do you think they could be next year in 2026 viewership wise? Because they've got a fantastic deal on Vice TV in America. They're on, I think it is Talksport here in the UK. So I mean, they are making waves at the moment.
Yes, they are, and we have a deal with Telemundo as well.
Yes,
Um,
great network.
like we got the biggest roster, we got the biggest bare knuckle roster in the world right now, and it's exciting and more every fight is more and more people catching on to it. We have our competitors, they're more Hollywood, the BKFC, but they got room to run. You see in the BKB, we in the triangle, you got no room to run, and you get exactly what everybody want to see when they see fights.
Mm.
They want knockouts. In the BKB, we have knockouts. I think they said over 90% of the fights end in knockouts. So we give them exactly what they want. That
Absolutely.
triangle make them engage, and I love BKB. I love those. I love the organization, and that's why I want to be champion. I feel like we are going to overtake the BKFC, and I feel like we're next up. We're the next up, like the UFC. I feel like we're going to grow in terms of the way how big the UFC is today. I feel like soon BKB will be just as big.
No, I agree. I agree. I think they might be already there now. I think they might be bigger than the competition, as you just called them, with I guess the one of the owners, Conor McGregor. I think the
Yeah.
BKB is probably more. I think more well known. I think they've got better TV deals and just deals in general than the BKFC, which you just mentioned. That's just my opinion. Again, there might be
Yes.
people out there saying absolutely not. You're talking absolute rubbish. Conor McGregor's company is much better. That's up to you. I'm going to say what I believe, and I'm not being paid to say that. That's just my personal opinion. I think everyone at BKB are doing a phenomenal job. I think they've, done the right moves. They brought in some great celebrities and other UFC legends into your sport as well. So I mean, they're doing something right. They're getting the talk of the nation
Yeah.
and the world.
Yeah.
I have to say as well. We're getting the world talking as well. I guess as well. I mean, talking about legends coming into BKB from the UFC and even in the world of pro wrestling as well, because you've got the lovely Danielle. I believe that's her
Yeah.
name. She does the interviews and some great content for the BKB. I mean, that's a good catch. You've got Big Mo as well, the ring announcer. He's
The best.
legendary. He did that Mike Tyson and Jake Paul fight on Netflix. He's done some wonderful boxing events as well outside of BKB. You've also got the legend, the GOAT, Mike Goldberg, doing the commentary as well. Then you
Yeah.
you're getting TOOTs coming in. You get in. I can't remember the other person's name from the UFC. I think it's Molly. I think as well. She's coming from the
Yeah.
UFC to provide some commentary as well. I mean, you're getting all these great legends from the sport world being involved with BKB. I don't see BKFC doing that. I got to say as well, what's been your biggest achievement in Trade 25 from all the opportunities you've been given so far from the BKB? What's been your biggest achievement so far?
Biggest achievement would be this year I had two finishes in just over a minute. And against great opponents. One Kaiser, my last opponent. I think he was 18-2 his MMA.
Wow.
He came and I welcomed him with a nice first round finish. And then Dan Vinny, he got championships in I think 11 different promotions as MMA. I finished him and it would have been a minute, but he took a minute for his eye poke. I finished him very quickly and got him out of the way. So my biggest achievements would be the fast finishes and the fan base I'm gaining.
Yeah, absolutely. And I guess people will be asking as well. Will be rude not to ask. I guess who is the dream opponent you want to face next, and to get past them, because I mean there's some big heavyweights still in the division as well. You've got Juan Adams. Many moons ago he appeared right here on this very channel as a UFC fighter, but now he's in your world.
Yes, yes. My next opponent is this guy that's been talking trash, Eric Olsen. I want to smoke him. I
Eric
want to
Olsen,
smoke
yeah,
him
he's
so
a good
bad.
opponent. Good challenge for you. I'm sure you have a good fight with him.
I don't. It won't be a good fight. I will smoke him. I will smoke him. I'm gonna finish him in the first round. It's gonna be brutal. I'm gonna finish him, and then I'm trying. I want Marco back. I took a loss of Marco this year. Marco is. They have other people as the pound for pound number one, but numbers don't lie. People lie. Numbers don't lie. And the numbers, you line the numbers up. Marco is the pound for pound greatest bare knuckle fighter on this earth right now. I took a loss of him. I want that back, so I'm gonna get it this year.
Yeah, absolutely, you will indeed, and be a good comeback for you in the in that to get your revenge and make it 1-1, and see what happens in the near future. See if you can have a third fight to see who is the real winner.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, I was just fixing something there on your screen. There we go. So, I mean, you've had lots of great opportunities this year. Have you? I guess one of those, regrets is losing as well. That's probably one of your regrets of this year is not being able to get the finish with that fighter. Is there any other regrets in your entire career which you think I wish I could redo over?
Um, Regrets? No, I don't even regret that loss of Marco. Like Marco, my fight with Kaiser was so explosive and so great because I took that loss with Marco. Marco woke up an animal that I don't feel like no person on this earth wants to see. Like Marco woke up something in me. He showed me the levels of this game right here, and no, I don't have any regrets at all. Like I felt like things played out exactly how they needed to play out because I'm like some fighters been fighting their entire life, so they have these perfect records, but they've been fighting since they were kids. I started fighting when I was 30 years old, 4 years ago. I never stepped into an MMA gym, never stepped in the boxing gym until I was 30 years old. And 3 months after that, I had my first fight. So my path isn't isn't supposed to be perfect like these other paths. I'm supposed to have bumps because I'm learning as I go,
Hmm.
but I'm learning really fast, and my opponents are paying.
Well, we've got a live question from the same user who dropped us that amazing emoji beforehand. I unfortunately I don't know how you pronounce it, but we're just going to say the question and the name is on the screen, so you get a shout anyway. So they want to know, how was the transition to BKB with wrestling slash MMA background?
Oh, the transition to BKB was perfect because as a wrestler, as you know, I'm a two-time state championship wrestler in high school, and my MMA style was to rely heavily on the clinch. And inside BKB, we could clinch, and I feel like I know I'm the best, not feel like I know I'm the best in this world once we hit in the clinch. No one I ever fought ever survived once we clinched up. So transition to BKB was perfect being a wrestler because it's not like boxing where they break you apart when you clinch. I clinch, I could beat you up, throw you around, and beat you up some more.
Absolutely, and I would not want to get on the wrong side of you for sure. But going back to your earlier comment about how it was not until when you were 30 years old before you decided to get into this type of work, I will say. I mean, is that not a regret that you didn't get into it earlier on in your 20s? You know, because many people might say you're quite old to get into this type of work.
No, and originally I thought I did regret it, but when as I regretted it when I was just doing MMA. Now that I do bare knuckle, I don't regret it because it's a rough life. I had so many setbacks in life, and I went through so many in life that hardened me and made me the fighter I am today. That I don't feel like I would be as tough as gritty got fighter as I am if I started earlier. If I didn't go through the things I went through.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Just gonna put out there because there might be some critics watching us later on and think, "Ain't you a bit old?" Saying this when you were 30, but that answers that question which we like, so we like that. We can take that one off. But I want to know as well. I mean, you mentioned about Ocean earlier on and about he's been trash talking you on social media and whatnot. Is there a message you want to give to him right here on the show?
Olsen, your head is gone. When you step in that trigon, you said my last opponent was scared, but you're gonna realize why he was scared when he stepped in. It was the first time I put hands on you.
That's a good one, and we will clip that, and we'll make sure we give it to him
Yes.
on Instagram. We will make sure to clip that, and we will give that to him on Instagram, saying he's calling you out. So I think we can't wait for that. We can't wait to see the trash talking stop and make the best man win in that triangle. Let's make it happen, people. People need to start a petition if it is not already one going, or if it's not been announced yet. But I mean, what do you see in 2026 once you get past Ocean? Once that happens, what are you looking for in 2026?
I'm looking for whoever the Bridgerweight champion at that time. I want looking for the Bridgerweight champion. I put in the work. I did never turn down any opponent. I've been offered the toughest opponents around. I put in the work. I proven myself that I'm championship worthy. So after I put Eric Olsen away, I want a title shot. If not a title shot, I want a title elimination shot. I think by the end of 2026, I should have the BKB championship around my waist.
Absolutely. And we got another live comment coming in. See, people liking you tonight on this channel. We've got Patchwork Wattlebag, a guest who came on, I think, last week. They said they've joined the chat and already there's trash talk. We love to see it. Yes, if we get on this channel, we bring trash talk to the mainstream. So thank you so much for tuning in. And if you have any questions as well, feel free to drop them in the live chat and we'll ask Maurice Morris as many questions as we can of yours before we end this conversation this evening. As we get live on YouTube, the best in the I guess in the universe, you know. Let's see, yeah, that's good. So yeah, talk to my again viewers and listeners where they can find you on social media as well to keep with all the latest news, I guess events, upcoming fights, etc.
Yes, I'm on all social media platforms. Quickest way to find me is Facebook. My name's Maurice Morris. Just type in my name, you'll see me face painted everything. On Instagram, it's my last name Morris, then my first name Maurice 75.
Yep.
Those are the best places to find me.
Indeed. And I do like the fact that you do come to the ring, to the cage and to the triangle with face paint. It makes you much more menacing and more scary. I don't know if that was your goal. What is behind the whole face paint business?
Face paint is its ancestors like as an American, we come from as African American, we come from West Africa, and the African war paint goes back to the beginning of time. Is the war paint my wife's put on me every time. It's like if you ever seen the movie 300 when he was going to war, his wife said, "You come back carrying your shield or on your shield." When my wife put that paint on me, is okay. We accepted the terms of war. We accepted what comes of war. Is no retreat, no quit. You either come victorious or you get put out. It's no quitting.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Good answer. I love it. And we do have another question as well from the actual Patchwork Wattlebag social media account now. Big question over here right now. Eye pokes. How can it be dealt with? / can it be? With a question mark.
Say that again.
So the big question over here is eye pokes. How can it be dealt with? / can it be? With a question mark.
No, it is eye pokes. Eye pokes is just gonna be eye pokes. It happen. You see it in the UFC. You see it in every combat sports with open gloves. You see it in dirty boxing. It's eye pokes gonna happen. It's just as the sport is really young. As the sport evolves, we'll get better. Keeping your hands closed. Keeping your hands up.
Yeah, I agree with that. Is there one particular rule which you, I guess, liked in the MMA world, which you want to see brought into the bare knuckle world, or vice versa? Hey,
No, not really.
We're making you think tonight, Maurice. We're making you think.
That's it. Not really. I think. Well, I would love to see if we could throw elbows in there a little more,
Okay.
but I think that would make the sport like incredible. We could throw elbows in there.
Well, I don't know about that. You might tuck in your own. Your other fellow, I guess, colleagues might think differently. Who knows? But I do like that comment. But yes, we are making you. I guess work hard tonight. We're getting you to think, because this is not a normal podcast. You know, this is a off the cuff conversation. My guest does not know what I'm going to ask him, and vice versa. And especially when we got the live interaction of the live chat as well, which we're bringing in as well. it's all unmissable, people. So we thank you
Yes.
very much. Another person called Fragment. Really interesting backstory to the face paint. I love it. Is there a specific style you use, or do you create your own?
Actually, honestly, I don't pick the style of the face paint at all.
Oh,
My
right.
wife, my wife, she sits down, she decides exactly how the face paint gonna be, and we just run with that.
Interesting. Okay. Does your wife wear face paint as well?
No, my wife doesn't wear face paint.
Oh,
Guess all women that wear enough makeup now. I guess you can
okay.
call it face paint.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Just got to ask, but I mean, she must be a very patient and understanding wife to allow you to put your body on the line every time you go into that triangle. I know, and I guess all credit to her as well for being a very supportive wife for you as well, and with your kids as well. You mentioned, and I guess are they old enough to know what's happening when you are in these events?
Yes, yes.
What are their
Even
reactions?
even my youngest, he's one, and still, when I'm fighting or fights on TV, he's like, "Go, daddy, go, daddy." And my older ones, like even the fight against Marco, my 5 year old, he said, "Daddy, we gotta do more cardio for this next camp. You got tired. You could have killed him if you didn't get tired." So
Love
yeah,
it.
so they definitely know exactly what's going
Yeah,
on.
and it seems it seems like they are very much wanting you to be there as well. There's, I don't know, because you get some children who get worried about their father being put in danger, but it sounds like they are very much the opposite, and they want to see you do more carnage in that triangle.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Like they always ask me when the next fight and or what city we gonna be in and who's the guy I'm be knocking out. They definitely love it. And my wife, she says all rip. She says she don't get nervous before the fight because she watched me train and she
Mm.
see how dedicated and she know my ability. She trusts my ability.
Absolutely, and Fragment has said about the I guess the face paint that I mentioned about if your wife wears any. Their response is, "I was about to say we women have our own war paint." Ha. I mean, as well, did you? I guess if you don't mind me asking, because this might be a bit of a personal question, so you can say no at this point. But I'm just wondering when you first started to get into this type of sport when you were 30. Was you with your current wife then, or did you guys meet after you started fighting? When did that relationship begin, if you don't mind me asking that?
Yes, yes, I was with her. I was with her and
Okay. Well, on that point then, what was the reaction when you said to her that, hey, I think I'm going to try out this sport. What do you think? Type thing. Did that ever come up
um
in the conversation?
no, it wasn't really a conversation. The conversation was I want to go and start training MMA. I think MMA would be great because I'm such a good wrestler, and I started off at this gym called Modern Warrior,
Yeah.
and it was Brian Battles, the former and the he won the Ultimate Fighter series. Brian Battles,
Yeah.
the UFC. It was the BKFC former world champion Keith Richardson. They was in there. I went there with a bunch of high level guys, and my wife was there, and she seen even without any knowledge, I was able to hold my own. And she's like, "Yeah, you're gonna be good at this."
Love it. I love it. So there's no nervousness from her, like any like think, oh, I don't know, maybe you shouldn't go into that. But I love that. So very supportive from the get go. I like that. Well, again, so I guess someone wants to know how much it would cost for me, apparently, to wrestle you. I guess you have to give me probably millions of, or maybe even billions, before I would even consider it. But I have no desire to face my own guests. Maybe people who might trash talk my guests, perhaps, but not my guests who come on this channel. Absolutely not. Thank you for that. We would donate to
Yes.
charity. Yeah, no chance. No, no chance. Having billions. Sorry about that. Wrong channel. Maybe you go to Joe Rogan. He might do it.
Oh yeah, that would be nice. I would beat Joe Rogan up.
Yeah. Get to Joe Rogan or someone like that. But yeah, but I would love to see Mike Goldberg and Joe Rogan back together again for one more fight. For a commentary duo. I'd be great to BYB or BKB if that ever happened in the future. The UFC just has to say bye bye, Joe. Thanks for all your hard work. BKB should give him a call right away and say, you know what, Joe, come back here. Let's reunite us.
Yes, come on, Joe. You definitely come on. Having Joe Rogan commentate one of my fights would be like a highlight. That was almost as big as Big Mo announcing my fights.
Exactly. Or even Mike Goldberg, the legend, the GOAT. Here we go. 5 rounds. But we got Fragment saying that my money is on Maurice if he wrestles Rogan. So you've already got something in your corner.
Yeah.
Which we like. But yeah, I mean it'd be great. I got to say as well, when I guess because you, I believe, followed me on Instagram first. I could be wrong.
Yes, I did.
How did you come across my content? Was it through maybe another fighter I had on the show at the time? How did that come about? I'm just intrigued, and thank you so much for giving me the follow, I guess, in the first place.
Yes, honestly, I don't even remember the wrestler's name. It was a pro wrestler.
Was it Jake Hager?
No, it wasn't Hager.
Oh, okay.
It was a pro wrestler you had on your page. I was following him, and he posted that he was doing an interview with you. So I watched the interview, and then I gave you a follow back.
I love it. Well, whoever it was, I hope you enjoyed the conversation on that chat, and I hope I lived up to your expectations this evening as well.
You definitely did. Like every time I see you post, I click on and I make sure I watch the interview because I didn't know before we said our interview that you didn't send the questions beforehand like most podcasts do.
No, I don't, because I don't know what I'm going to ask my guest either until they ask after the first question. So, it's just a free for all on this show compared to other channels you go to, and if I did script this, it probably wouldn't be as good as it is now. So
yeah, you definitely got it there, like, because you could tell the questions are legit and quick fire off the top of the head from each guys, and they haven't sit there and with their family and put together the perfect thing to say. You could tell like everything comes natural and it's legit.
Yeah. Absolutely, because I like to listen to what my guest answer is and then come out with a one to come back with from that question and see where the conversation goes. We could segue down one way and then end up back up on where I want to be on topics. That's how we like to do it on this show. And I guess as well, because of course I'm in the UK, I'm in England of course, and you can watch yourself on TalkSport here in the UK, which is fantastic broadcaster for these big fights and of BKB, so we can't wait to see you back on TalkSport on the next fight. And I believe they stream the fights on the TalkSport YouTube channel. I could be wrong. If I am wrong, then do correct me in the comments or in the live chat and tell me where they can watch it in the UK. But to my knowledge, they do stream it on TalkSport, and you can also say I'm incorrect as well if needed, but that's what my understanding is.
I never watched it in the UK, so I'm not really sure exactly how you watch it in the UK.
Well, it is a broadcaster now. They have signed a deal with TalkSport, so you can watch it on YouTube.com on TalkSport, and it's a great site because they got hundreds or thousands of subscribers, and the BKB is absolutely through the roof, and I don't know what it is about it which is just blown up in recent time, but it's just doing a phenomenal job, and I hope it keeps growing and become, I guess, the number one bare-knucking business in the world. Forget about the Conor McGregor's company, because there's a bit of the reputation's been ruined a bit after all that scandal came out about him, but that's for another chat. However, Someone wants to know if you are familiar with Salford, UK.
No, I'm not familiar with it.
Okay, well, people will say it's different or separate, but it's part of Greater Manchester. That's where this podcast is brought to you from. The best city in the world, better than any county or state which you're in. Unfortunately, the best city in the world is Manchester, UK, without a shadow of a doubt. So make sure you come over and experience the Mancunian way.
Oh, I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm in talk with BKB. I'm trying to fight over there
Yeah,
really
because they've
soon.
been to, I think they've been to Leeds, they've been to London, they've been to, I think, Wales, they've been to, I think, Wolverhampton as well. So they've been in many
Yes.
different parts of the UK. But one place they've not yet to come, well, actually, technically, they have come to Bolton. They've been to Bolton as well, but technically, they've not been to the city centre of Manchester or even my part of Greater Manchester. So BKB, come over to the best parts of Greater Manchester. Come to the city, and I bet you they could sell out the A Arena easily, or the Club Live, some two of the biggest venues in Manchester.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Uh,
Let's do it. Let's get in Manchester. I would love to fight in Manchester.
yeah.
I watch you guys soccer team and I see how your crowd is. I know it would be live. That's the big thing about fighting in Europe. Like a lot of American guys say they don't want to go and fight in Europe. They said that the energy is not as vibrant as the energy in the United States. But I'm sure in Manchester, just watching y'all soccer games, I'm sure you guys gonna give me the energy I want.
Oh, of course we will. Yes, absolutely. But I don't know. I think the American crowds are getting better as well. I have to say because they are getting phenomenal. The American crowds for Major League Soccer. I mean, since Messi's gone over there, the atmosphere has gone through the roof. But out of interest, which is your go-to soccer team here in the UK when you're watching it?
I don't watch soccer. I don't really watch it. I watch your teams and I watch the fights and the highlights
Okay.
but now it's Manchester United.
Yes. 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 That's what we like. Yes, because we don't like City fans.
What?
We only like. Cause there's two teams in Manchester. You got United, which you just said, and we've also got the Blue City, which is not as good. Their
Yeah, they're
history's
the
really
light blue
good.
team, right?
Pardon?
They're the light blue team.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, I seen. I thought they were pretty good too.
Yeah, yeah. Well, if you go back into their history, you will find out they're not as good. The best team in Manchester is and always will be Manchester United, without a doubt.
Uh, let's go, Manchester United.
Yeah.
That's my team. Locked in
Yes.
forever.
There we go. Another United, another wed. That's what we like. But yes, a comment is on the screen because we're going to get to that. So money always on Maurice with the punch emoji and a interesting smiley emoji of some sort. So I'm not really familiar with that emoji, but that's from the same person who gave us that emoji at the beginning of the episode. So that's just a throwback.
Oh yeah, and then he probably won a lot of money off me. Money's good over here.
And then we've also got, of course, back to the comment about how Manchester is the best city in the world. It's also home of the Industrial Revolution as well.
Okay,
Uh,
didn't know that.
well, you learned something new tonight. There you go. Apparently, city of the best. Well, that's debatable. Tell you that for sure. And apparently, they are ready to fight you. Apparently, Fragment says, "I'm going to have to wrestle Maurice now." So I guess they did agree with you siding with me about being a wed. So
Hey, he ready? Let's go.
yeah,
Call the matchmaker. We can make it happen.
I guess as well, with your wrestling background, of course, many people who come from a wrestling background, they do transition into MMA or even into the world of professional wrestling. Like for instance, Kurt Angle, Brock Lesnar, as well. They both transition, and Jake Hager, who
Yeah.
also went into the MMA world but went to pro wrestling first. Did ever professional wrestling ever came onto your radar about maybe giving it a go?
Yes, I used to think about it a lot, but honestly, I wouldn't know how to get into it. I wouldn't know where to start at there. and I had fighters around me, so I knew more how to get in the door fighting wise. So, and now I don't think it's on my radar unless they trying to cut a great check. If they trying to get a great check, then it would. But
Well,
like
they did bring in TOTs at one point, so never say never. The WWE could call you at any time, Maurice. So just be ready.
they call me, I'm there. Call me WWE.
There we go. That's the spirit. That's the spirit. TKO, Triple H. Give Maurice Morris a phone call or a DM today. Let's bring him to the big sports, to the big game,
Yes,
to the number one professional wrestling company in the world, WWE.
yes, sir.
Were you a fan of WWE when you were growing up, or when you were in?
Your sound cut out.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Your sound is cut out.
Oh right, well it's not for me. Let me just my viewers can hear me fine.
I can hear you now.
Oh,
I
you
can
can hear
hear
me
you
now. That's
now.
interesting.
Yes.
I don't know what happened there. Okay, it might have been your connection because my software sound bar was saying that my microphone was fine, so you might have cut out for somehow. I don't know why. But
Yes.
I was just saying, were you a fan of WWE or in wrestling in general before you got into the mixed martial arts?
Yes, well, the recent WWE, I haven't been watching it, but I grew up Shawn Michaels, The Undertaker, Kane. I grew up when wrestling.
Was
I love it every day.
I'm surprised you didn't throw in like The Rock or Stone Cold Steve Austin, but I like how you mentioned Shawn Michaels, Mr. Sexy Boy. So he
I'm
fought.
just a sexy boy,
Yeah.
yeah.
So he fought. So he fought. Or even the Dead Man, which you mentioned, of course, the Brother of Destruction with him and Kane, obviously. Or what about you mentioned about the Big Show?
Yeah, Big Show. I love the Big Show. Um,
Hooray! It's the Big Show.
my favorite always was Triple H.
Oh, the game, yeah. What out of interest, what made him your favourite? What stood out to you more than the others?
Because he was like more of a he had what was it called? X Factor.
Oh yeah, DX, yeah, and Evolution as well.
Yeah, yes, and he was like the leader in how he handled himself, and he had the boss's daughter. He had to be the man.
Yeah, well, I mean, they are still married to this day, him and his wife, and he now runs the show. He's now in charge of WWE.
See, I knew he was. I didn't even know that, but I knew he was going to be the man.
Well, and he's also now inducted his own wife into the Hall of Fame for next year as well. So that's how much power Triple H has in 2025. So let's make that call. Let's make it happen. I don't think Triple H will see this, but maybe on Instagram he might. And let's get you and the game hooked up.
Yes, definitely. Triple H, if you see this, give me a call. I said you was gonna be the man. You always been my favorite.
There we
Let's make
go.
something happen.
There we go. I could see you in the WWE. I can see you being the next world champion.
Yeah.
We've got Patchwork Waterback saying that United equals regulation form. Well, I don't think so because if you look at the table right now, we are in 8th place or 9th place now. So we're doing quite well. We're at the top of the table. That's where United are to be. And if we won yesterday, we would have been in the top 4. So we're not close off. And if you look at the points, we're not far from the other teams above us. So, it's hard to play for. And our aim is to get in the top 4 this season. And Ed, fix it up. Chantel from Patchwork Waterbag versus Maurice Morris. That's the same person who called you out a couple of minutes ago for a fight.
If you're ready for it, we can make it happen. Or you can just come by my gym if you're ever in Charlotte, North Carolina. Come by my gym, we'll make something happen.
Charlotte, North Carolina. And I mean, I'm hoping the weather is lovely where you are, but I know in some places in America it's been snowing.
Oh yes, no, Charlotte is beautiful. Charlotte, I think it's 70 degrees today. It gets a little cold at night, but it's beautiful during the day right now. I'm not looking forward to the cold.
No. Well, I mean, if you go to like I think in Reno, Nevada, they've got snow right now. Which is I
Yes.
guess that ain't normal weather because here in the UK it should be about 10 to 11 degrees, and it's been
Wow.
basically summertime, 16 degrees at the moment. That's in
Wow.
Celsius. In Fahrenheit, it'd be about 66, maybe a bit cooler, maybe about 60. So it's still quite mild for the time of year when it should be nowhere near as mild as it should be. But that's England for you.
Yes, sir. Nice. Definitely coming over. I gotta see it. Like,
Yeah, well, come over in the spring or summertime. That's when you get the best weather.
okay, okay. I definitely. If it get really cold, I'm not coming on the winter. So,
Yeah, well, it usually gets cold around December, January time. That's when we get a bit of snow sometimes. But this past January, it was really snowy and very icy, so it was very cold. But I would recommend you come over in spring or summertime. That's the best place to come. So Chantal wants you to trash talk her. She says here, trash talk me.
okay, Chantel. If you want it, you can come get it. Let's go. Come to Charlotte, North Carolina. It's on site. Me and you, face to face. Let's do it.
There you go, Chantal. Who like that? And I guess her partner in crime. To be clear, don't fight John from the same band. He is sensitive. There you go. There you go. Well, I would now give you the final thought. Is there anything you want to mention on the show as I now brought up as you think is very important to get off your chest? I will now give you the final thoughts.
No, I just want to shout out my gym, Charlotte, North Carolina, Work Fitness in Charlotte, North Carolina. If you ever in Charlotte, drop by, come through, get that work. Shout out to BKB, man. The greatest organization in the world. I'm gonna be champion soon. And if you're not following me already, give me a follow on Instagram. It's my last name, Morris. My first name, Maurice 75. Thank you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. What a great conversation on the show tonight. And thank you again for your time. It was worth the wait, wasn't it, to get on this show?
Definitely, definitely worth the wait. Hopefully you have me again soon.
Yeah, absolutely, we will. And I guess as well, hopefully you will keep in touch and see who's coming on the show because, as you know, Maurice, you never know who will come on the show next because, we've got some phenomenal guests who I'm trying to get on the show. They all said yes, but none of them have come back to me yet with dates from what I've gave them. So I'm hoping to get them locked in. Most of them are British, British singers and country singers as well. Yes, we do like country now. Many years ago, Maurice, I said in the show, very on the show, that I would never bring on anybody from the country music world, and I guess I've eaten those words because for some reason the country music scene is better than it was 10 years ago. So
Okay, question for you. Who's your favorite country singer?
that is a good question. That's a good question, and I will tell you right now that at the moment it is a lady called. Let me just get her up because Jessica. We had on Jessica Lynn. We had her on
Okay.
in August 2024. She was phenomenal. Great country artist. There's another one she's not British. She's American. And there is another one who is British, but I don't want to say her name just in case I can't get on the show and I look like a complete and utter idiot. So I won't want to do that. But I also do like Jack Harlow as well because of that song First Class, because of course of Fergie, obviously, obvious reasons.
Yeah.
That's a classic remix of that classic song. I guess as well I do like Ritas, the band Ritas, if you remember them.
Yes.
The teenage dirtbag baby, and I hope one day I'll get the pleasure of saying that live on the show to him in a squeaky voice and see what his reaction will be. That'll be great TV, that won't it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I will be watching.
Oh, can't wait! I can't wait to announce that whenever I can. Hopefully sooner rather than later, I have to say. And I can't wait to have you back on the show again for a two-time guest because we need to get you into the three-time club because I've had guests on here for 3 times in a row now. So we need to get you on for 3 times. And I got to say as well, who would you recommend / suggest to come on the show next? Would you say after you?
Just on the show now. Brian Battles. Reach out to Brian Battles. He got cut from the UFC. He signed to the PFL.
Okay.
And right now he making waves in dirty boxing. It's my former teammate and he a great inspiration to me. So yeah, Brian Battles, he got a story to tell.
I love it. I love it. I will try and reach out to him and see if he'd be interested to come on the show after you to follow in your footsteps. So thank you so much as always, Maurice. And if you enjoyed the episode and want to see more of my great content, make sure to smash that like button first and foremost. Make sure to leave a comment in the comment section below of any future questions you may have for Maurice Morris, and we'll make sure to ask him right here on the show. If you want to see more of my fantastic content, because it's the most must-see in 2025, then make sure to smash that subscribe button. We've got over 357 subscribers. Help me to get to 400 subscribers. As you heard it here tonight, Maurice Morris is a subscriber. You're a viewer of the channel. So what would you say to people to urge them to subscribe?
Yeah, click the subscribe button. You'll get content here that you won't get anywhere else. Like follow, subscribe. Let's go. I'm gonna be back real soon.
You hear it first. He'll be back. I'll be back. In the most famous words of Arnold Schwarzenegger, he will be back. And we can't wait for that. And we look forward to seeing you all in the next episode, which, by the way, will be tomorrow night at 7 o'clock in the UK, at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. on the West Coast, for another fantastic singer/songwriter come on the show from a fantastic band based right here in the UK, who are going... I think, I don't want to say too much because I might say something wrong. I'm going to have to correct tomorrow night, but just tune in tomorrow night. It's going to be a fantastic conversation, and we can't wait for that. And thank you again for your time today, Maurice. It's much appreciated, and we can't wait to have you back on in the near future. For those what's in the chat room, thank you so much for your time and for your comments. Much appreciated, and I look forward to you all in the next episode. I hope you can all tune in again, same time, same place, tomorrow night here on my channel.